Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Lucky Duck. I am Jeff Stanfield with the world-famous Andy Shaver.
That's me. I am looking forward to those tops coming in for those 2x4 blinds.
Yep.
I reignited my passion for it yesterday when I was shopping.
And you got Lou a kennel?
Lou set up.
And you got him a pad in there and an air conditioner?
And a fan.
Did you get a flat screen for him?
Well, that's next.
Okay.
Just waiting for Lucky Duck to figure out the technology on the TV for my dog, and he'll be riding in style.
We're week 2 football contest.
That is right.
Our celebrity guest today.
Hold on. Go on, tell him the standings.
I'm going to do that after I introduce our guest.
Douglas, you've got your work cut out for you today, my friend. I'm sorry. Harry put you in a hole.
Douglas Spale from Kansas City, used to be in Nebraska and Chicago, on the rich side of Chicago, though.
Rich side, the ritzy.
Our friend Doug Spale. Douglas, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me back. I'm
You're
excited
in a
to
hole,
be here.
my friend.
Did you ever go to the low rent district in Chicago, or did you always stay on the upper side?
I did. We had some business over there. We did over in that area, and some of the election stuff we had to go over there too for signatures and da-da-da-da-da. But I didn't stay over there too long and not too late at night.
Is it as bad? I mean, is it just dangerous to be anywhere over there? Is it that bad, or is it the medium just? Is it just bad people killing bad people, or is it just all the way in that area?
I'd say it's predominantly pretty targeted in small geographic areas. Like we talked about last time, I had our friends come into town and we'd hang out and do the stuff, the touristy stuff for the most part, and they would have no idea. And I'd say, wake up in the morning, look at the headline and see how many people were unfortunately shot or killed last night in this city. And you'd have no idea if you're sitting in Navy Pier or the Gold Coast or going to a Bulls game. It's for the most part, it's pretty sectioned off, but it does spill out into other parts. And that's when the city really reacts fast when it comes into Wrigleyville or something like that.
You messaged me after the last time. It was Grinders Pizza was what we were trying to think of. We couldn't think of it. The pizza that's upside down in the bowl.
I thought it was Pequods. Maybe it was Grinder. No, it was Grinders. Yeah, someone told me that.
It's do what now?
Yeah.
It's like an upside down pizza that they make, and it's called Grinders. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good.
Do we have Lou Malnati? What did we have the other day?
We had Lou Malnati's delivered, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, delivered to Knox City, Texas. Boy, it's amazing what they can do these days. Well, that's a hell of a tip we had to give that driver.
How did you order it online?
Online.
And they freeze dry it and send it to you?
So I guess they freeze pizzas that you can pick up in the store, and then they got it's called Taste of Chicago. So you can order Lou Malnati's, you can order Patillo's, a couple others.
I wasn't that impressed.
Well, it wasn't fresh.
Well, that freeze dried stuff is not
No.
anywhere near what they do there. And their Illuminati's and some of those big ones they have a lot of pride in their ingredients. So it takes an hour to make that thing. So it's really good when it comes out, but it's like 3,000 calories a slice. I mean, it's heavy.
I would rather have thin crust pizza anyways.
Just a thin crust guy.
And I've had some deep dish in Chicago before. Back when it was safe to go everywhere in Chicago, probably. But I would not. I'd rather have thin crust pizza than that. But it was good. I mean, it was different to have. And Payne was in town. That's what he wanted, so we did it. All right.
I didn't realize there was a Cleveland style pizza. Square.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that Detroit style?
I think it's at Upper Midwest.
No. You're right. It is Detroit style.
And it's got the red tomato sauce on it. It's
well, everything's got red.
Well, but
sauce.
it's just like Parmesan cheese and tomato sauce, isn't it?
I can look it
pizza
up.
pie.
I can look it up.
I know all around.
Like I think My Pie is like a Detroit style pizza like chain, and
there's a pizza too that's all along the Erie Canal that they have, and I think it's just a tomato based with like a Parmesan cheese on it. and they call it something else.
I'm with you though. I like the thin crust, and I like it when it's coal fired. Those Neapolitan style coal fire pizzas. That's the good stuff. I think Illuminati's is great for one day, but man, it is heavy.
You're not going there a couple times a week. If you are, you're like 700 pounds. Detroit style pizza is a rectangle pizza with thick crust that is crispy and chewy, traditionally topped with tomato sauce and Wisconsin brick cheese. It goes all the way to the edges. So.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about. And that's pretty good too. All right, here we go. Last week, yours truly went 5-11. The guest went 5-11. Andy went 10-8. Andy's the only one that hit the. I can't remember what you hit. You either hit the underdog.
My lock.
You hit your lock, and the lock's -2 if you lose it.
So I must have hit my.
You hit your. I can look it up. I got it right here. I just hadn't changed the paper on it.
I must have hit my pick.
Your underdog. You did. You took Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yep. You went with Big Dick Joe Burrow.
So I was 8-8.
And and that made you 10-8. So, anyways, here we go. This week's first game is the New York. Andy goes first since he's winning. New York Giants at Washington, and the Redskins are favorite. Or the football team, whatever the hell they're called now.
I'll go with the football team.
Okay.
Because I don't know if Saquon's playing.
I'm going to take the Cowboys. I'm going to take the.
That's a good pick in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to take the football team also.
It's you, Douglas.
Yep, I'll take Washington as well. I think Saquon should have a higher load this week, but Washington and Chase Rice, I think he's ready to come down on that rookie quarterback there. So I'll take Washington.
Okay, Cincinnati at Chicago.
The Bears.
Man. I'm going to take Cincinnati.
Whew. Yep, I'm all in for Cincinnati. They're going to win their first playoff game in like the last 30 years. Game? Yeah, Cincinnati is going to be something to watch this year, I think. I've been to a couple of Bengals games in my lifetime, and there's this diehard group of folks called the Bengals Bomb Squad, and those people are nuts. They have collectible cards. They are insane. And after last week, I was like, with Burrow going good and Chase playing, I mean, I think they could win a playoff game this year. So they'll win that game for sure. And man, watching Chicago last week,
they're
they played a good defense, but yeah.
I hope that I've got T. Higgins on my fantasy team, so I need Joe Burrow to target him early and often. I'm needing a shootout here.
Okay, Houston at Cleveland.
Cleveland.
That's my lock of the week is Cleveland.
I've got a different lock, but go ahead.
What do you got?
Cleveland, same. Nick Chubb looked good last week. That defense is stout, and they took Kansas City to the wire.
And you also have to take a lock and an underdog, Douglas.
That'll be my lock.
That's me too.
That is my lock in our Run Your Pool.
Oh, wait. Can I take that back?
Yeah.
Can I take the lock back? Okay, I'll take that lock back because I got a local one at the end. So
L.A.
The Rams
The
or the
Rams
Chargers?
at Indianapolis.
Rams. Matt Stafford looked good.
I'm going to take L.A. also.
Me too, man. That offense looked good. Matt Stafford finally has a supporting cast around him. He got a new Ferrari and a new Lamborghini, and he loves it over there. That's going to be a good team.
They're going to score a lot of points.
That's my Super Bowl pick.
Might not be that far off.
Buffalo at Miami.
Buffalo.
I'm taking Buffalo too.
Same here. Buffalo. They look good.
New England at the Jets.
New England.
New England, close game.
Think so?
Yeah, with those two rookie quarterbacks there, it's going to be not a lot, but it'll be played well, coached well. Close game.
San Francisco at Philly. Boys, Philadelphia looked really good last week.
So did the Niners, but they played Detroit. I'm going to go Philly.
Ooh. I'm going to take San Francisco. But
Me too. San Francisco as well. With Debo and Kittle out there causing a ruckus like they did last week, San Francisco is going to be tough. It's going to be a barn burner, I think, though. That might be like a 40-some game or something like that. But
Las Vegas at Pittsburgh.
And Vegas is probably an underdog.
Pittsburgh's favorite. Pittsburgh's not very. They won last week. But
I'm going Vegas, and that's my lock of the week, or that's my pick upset. I'm sorry.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh at home.
Yeah, me too. Gerald McCoy's out for the Raiders, and I think Najee Harris can have a coming out game now because without that big anchor in the defensive line, I think Pittsburgh can put some yards on the ground.
Well, I tell you what, he's gotten paid 2 years in a row and hadn't played more. What,
Gerald?
A quarter?
Yeah, he's had some tough breaks.
Tough breaks. The guy's made $15 million in 2 years, so he still had a good life. And hell of a football player. But you think he comes back and does it again? Or do you think 2 years in a row injuries and missing the whole season? You think he's done?
Those guys have a kind of a life. I mean, he might get capped out, so I bet he has to come back. I mean, he wants to do it and sitting out. I mean, he's so much talent. I don't know why he wouldn't try at least. He's a big boy though, so he might have to cut some weight to stay. But
He's
I
been
think
around
he
a long
back.
time. I don't know if he does or not.
I mean, he's in Vegas too.
That's
Why
right.
wouldn't you want to at least play there and be an athlete for a while?
He's married though. That's not a married man's town. That's not a married family man's place to live. I don't think so. I think it's more for the single man. Or you will soon be single. New Orleans at Carolina, and I'm going to take New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Oh, Andy's got first pick. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Jeff. New Orleans, though.
You want?
Me as well. Is that an
No,
upset game
New Orleans
or
is
not?
favorite.
Okay. Yeah, man, Jameis, can you believe that? He was slanging the ball
What do you
too
have,
last
4 or
week.
5
That was
touchdowns?
5. He's a thrower though. When he was at Tampa, his problem wasn't throwing the ball; it was throwing it to the other team.
LASIK, baby.
But the guy's got a ton of talent.
yeah. And that system,
Yeah.
Peyton. I mean, he's gonna put him on the right, at least in the right positions to make those throws.
I have said for 3 years that the Pittsburgh Steelers should have traded for Jameis Winston or made him an offer when New Orleans did a few years as a free agent. He would have fit in their offense perfectly as the next Roethlisberger.
I don't think he can signal call the way Roethlisberger. I mean, Roethlisberger runs that offense. I don't think Jameis can
But
do
Jameis
that.
can sling the ball downfield, that vertical passing attack, and they have the talent to do that. And that's what I think hurting him now with Roethlisberger. I don't think he can throw the ball the deep pass like he used to.
But that's not his thing. He's the one that gets it out in like the 2.6 seconds. He's the hike, ball out, go. That's his thing. He's not a slanging the ball around. He just
High
fires.
efficiency, lots of throws. That's Roethlisberger. And that's why I got him in fantasy, Jeff. Might not run a lot, but we'll sling the ball.
Andy's got the oldest quarterback staff.
I do.
You should have just got Ryan Fitzpatrick. You had 3 of them that equaled about 150 in combined age.
Dude, I think I have the oldest team, period.
That's not good usually. Denver at Jacksonville.
Denver.
I got Denver too.
Minnesota at Arizona.
Arizona.
And they might be a Super Bowl team.
Oh boy,
Man,
here goes
last
Andy
week.
said the same
That's
thing.
it right there.
No way.
Oh my gosh, they are. We'll see how they stop Dalvin Cook
Yes.
this week because I mean they do have those 2 defensive linemen that are good, but we'll see. But they might be a Super Bowl
solid.
I
team.
mean, Chandler Jones is on pace for 51 sacks.
And then the other side is the anchor, J.J. Watt. So it's like,
Where are you going to go? What's crazy is that Jones family. I mean, you got John Jones. He's a UFC champion. You know, he likes
That's Chandler Jones' brother?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
he likes the booger sugar, so that's kind of kept him out of the octagon. But then you got Chandler Jones, and then I think they've got another brother. I mean, jeep. The genetics on that family is insane.
That's nuts. Okay, Atlanta at Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
I'm quickly beginning to hate Tampa Bay
Why?
because Tom Brady.
Why?
I just don't. I'm ready for him to go away.
Why?
But he beat up on the Cowboys last week. I thought you would be
hate
excited
the Dallas
about
Cowboys. So that's the only time I'll pull for Tampa Bay all years when they play Dallas. And this is how much I distaste Tom Brady. Now, first, for all the haters, especially guys, the East Coast, Tom especially gets on my ass. This one guy on the page all the time. I've got a lot of respect for Tom Brady. I'm not taking nothing away from Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game by far. And I think Peyton Manning probably is number 2. But those would be my two favorites because I don't like either one of them. 2 best quarterbacks ever. But I almost in that game was pulling for Dallas at the end.
Why?
I cannot stand Tom Brady.
He is so fun to watch.
He is the best. I'm not saying that. It's like Michael Jordan.
Did you root against Michael Jordan too?
Probably at the end I did, just because I got sick of him winning. But I respect the guy, the greatest.
Oh man,
I don't know if I did. I can't remember. I never disliked Michael Jordan though. I can't stand LeBron. Can't stand.
That's fine. But
I don't.
Michael?
I don't think I ever did dislike Michael Jordan. I can't remember ever pulling against him. But there's a lot of guys that win. I start pulling for the underdog. Like in college football, I always pull for the underdog. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Ohio State was playing the Taliban, I probably would pull for the Taliban. And so I was pulling for the Oregon Ducks last week, big time, and I figured they would blow it because every time Ohio State is losing, they're going to come back and win because they've got superior talent on everybody. And
I just like Tom Brady because he's 44. He's rewriting all the record books.
He's a great guy. He hasn't done nothing off field.
He's never done anything off field that would make you dislike him. He had a child out of wedlock. That happens, but. Spread your seed when you're young. I
like Russell Wilson a whole lot more than I do Tom Brady, by
Why?
far.
If
like
Russell Wilson was winning like Tom Brady, would you still like him, or would you start rooting for Tom Brady?
I like Russell Wilson. I like everything about Russell Wilson. I don't know why. I'm just not a Tom Brady fan. But I respect him. I don't dislike him as a person.
Well,
I mean,
I would hope not because you've never even met the guy.
No, well, but there's just some athletes that I think, man, what a fucking asshole.
But
I'm not like a supporter of him, but I do like his body of work. And I hope after the Julio Jones scandal in Atlanta this offseason, I hope the Bucks go in there and hang 70 on him when they play him every single time.
Do you blame Shannon Sharp for any of that?
No. I like his suits. He's fun.
That was an asshole move.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can't watch that show because I would like to choke the shit out of Skip Bayless.
He's a homer.
Oh, he's got
his guys.
He make everybody hate Dallas. Dallas and Tampa Bay. Maybe that's why I don't like Tom Brady that much, because of Skip Bayless.
But
I think they have a defense at Tampa Bay though that people kind of slept on last year, and this year they are have a good defense too. And
I have become a Dak Prescott fan.
He's fun,
I like him as a person. He's a good guy, and I see more and more stuff of people that have interactions with him in Dallas, and he really is seems like a really humble man.
Yeah.
And I really like that, but I'm not switching to being a Cowboy fan by any means, but I do like Dak Prescott. I like Tony Romo too.
You like Zeke also.
I do now. I could not stand Zeke, but watching Hard Knocks really changed my whole thought. Zeke I would like to have as a hunting guide. He would be a fun guy to have around here. He's as ugly as Mikey Soberano, so it works out well for us. All right, let's go. Dallas at the Chargers.
Chargers.
Dallas, and this is my upset.
I only took the Chargers because they lost to Marcus Lawrence. I don't know.
I got the Chargers here because I'd like to see Dallas go 0-2.
I'd like to see Dallas go 0-17. And Jerry Jones, from watching this year's Hard Knocks, he don't look like he's going to survive if they go 9-8 even. That poor sucker. He's had too much Whataburger.
Yeah.
Tennessee at Seattle. Ooh, what a game here too.
Seattle. 12th man's going to be hard to beat.
I'm going to take Seattle also. Can Tennessee really be 0-2?
Yes, it's going to happen.
This is my upset game just because Julio Jones plays out there, and he had that issue last week with that bonehead penalty. Gosh, dude, you're like 30, man. What's going on? But Tennessee, that'd be my upset for the week. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's the upset.
I could see it happening, though. I mean, if they get Derrick Henry going and get the play-action pass going, I mean, it definitely could happen. But
so you think Atlanta should have kept Julio?
I think the Chiefs should have picked him up.
Chiefs can't afford him.
Yeah, I know, but they should have picked him up.
I think.
Could you imagine the Chiefs, that team, with having Julio Jones out there and then Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce? I mean, it's tough to guard them now, and you put a body like Julio Jones out there.
That'd be kind of like having Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, and Julio Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Alabama receivers, how many are there in the NFL that start?
They're all
this
good.
Year?
All of them.
It is unbelievable.
There's 3 quarterbacks from Alabama. The Oklahoma people want to take credit for Jalen Hurts and probably playing for Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley probably was the best thing happened to Jalen Hurts.
That he got picked
that
up.
He played
and
at Oklahoma
played
under Lincoln Riley for 1 year. He's a quarterback guru. Look at him. He's got Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, and now Spencer Rattler's going to be the first pick in the draft next year probably. That's just that is crazy. So do you think that since you said something about Kansas City, I think the Chiefs are going to sign Josh Gordon.
Okay. I mean I think they need another receiver out there because you need another big-bodied, over-the-top guy that can burn for that thing to go. Because Tyreek Hill is a burner. It's nice, but he's 5'10". Travis Kelce's great over the middle. But it'd be nice to be able to spread that defense out a little more so you don't have to worry about a double team. And then obviously they have great running backs and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, if you put another big-time, big-bodied, over-the-top 4-4, 4-3 receiver out there, that could be
Josh
unstoppable.
Gordon is sitting out there, and if he can stay sober for 4 or 5 months, he's got the talent to do it.
How many chances is he going to get?
Shit, he's got – I'm going to tell you right now, the only way that Josh Gordon's career would have been any better financially is if he'd have played for the Dallas Cowboys in 91, 92, and 93 when you get by with everything. Because he's gotten in every bit of trouble those guys did, but he had to be suspended.
And has the NFL relaxed their marijuana policy? Like, if they have, he might be able to make it.
I have no idea.
I think – I'll look it up.
I don't know, but he's a hell of a talent. But he would fit in well on that team. And before we get into that also, the biggest fantasy screw-up this year is done by our league and most other is underselling on Jalen Hurts. That offense is going to be wide open, run crazy offense. That's a Kansas City type style offense they're running right now, and it is nuts. And I think all their receivers are going to have big numbers. Okay, we'll get into the game. Since you're from Kansas City, the next pick is Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City's the road favorite. Andy?
Kansas City.
I'm taking Kansas City.
Kansas City. That's my lock. That'll be my lock for this week. And did you see they have an affiliation now with Texas Tech?
What are they doing?
It's I don't know how the dual sponsorship works, but they were going to promote Texas Tech because of Patrick Mahomes' it's his alma mater. But like on the big screen, they have the logos on there, and then around the stadium, they have the double T's around there. And then they'll have like commercials, and they're going to have marketing material come out and stuff with Texas Tech. So you might become a Chiefs fan.
Everybody in West Texas is.
Yeah,
you see Texas Tech and you see Kansas
are they?
City shit. Pisses me off. I've been a Chief fan my whole life. Now everybody's a Chief fan. Bandwagon jumpers. Now that's a guy that I have that I'm not sick of yet is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, you'll get there if he wins a couple more championships.
Well,
You'll
then I'll like
anti Patrick Mahomes. I just can't wait for you to root for Baker Mayfield. Just stick with Baker Mayfield because
I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan.
Well, that's gonna be the new rivalry is Mahomes and Mayfield, and then Mahomes is gonna win 7 or 8 championships, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I wish Baker would win.
Mayfield,
I really like Mayfield.
Mayfield really has turned the corner, and I think he's become a pretty good quarterback.
And then just wait till he gets OBJ back. I mean, that'll definitely help him out.
I don't know about that. I wonder if he's not more of a distraction than he is a help. Guy's got tons of talent. He just don't. For some reason, they play better when he's not around.
Here, I got a question for you on the Chiefs. So I got in an argument with a guy at the bar the other day, and I was telling him I think Tom Brady is a better quarterback than Patrick
I think you're
Mahomes.
right.
What do you guys think?
Right.
Athletically.
And the homers here can't accept that.
No, they still think Neil Smith's the best defensive end that ever played the game, too.
I think Tom Brady is a student of the game. He's a master of his craft. The checks that he makes at the line, I don't think Mahomes is there yet. Athletically, I would give the edge, obviously, to the younger guy. But I think overall, if you look at the complete package and the way that Tom Brady is just a wizard when it comes to line checks and the things that he can still do with his body, it goes to Brady still.
Brady's the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. It would have been like saying that
and I also
Kobe was better than Jordan when they were both still playing and both still in pretty good shape and stuff. Jordan was still the guy. Tom Brady is, they've played, and Tom Brady's got a winning record against him. I think Mahomes is a better talent now, because of physical skills. I think if you took Patrick Mahomes and you put him with Jacksonville would be a good football team. I think if you took Tom Brady and put him at Jacksonville might win the Super Bowl.
I don't know. Tampa Bay's got a lot of weapons.
No.
Tampa Bay has a lot of weapons and a coach that's eager to please Tom Brady.
No, he's in a great place, but I think if you took him to another franchise, both franchises would get better with either one of them going there. But I think Tom Brady, I think he makes everybody on that team perform better. Yes.
He has to. I mean, you go in there and you say, I have 6 rings, now I have 7 rings. Like, you want to be a part of this train or not? Like, I win.
Antonio Brown, perfect example. Antonio Brown is a team player there. And I think a lot of that's still Bill Belichick. I mean, you can say what you want; they're not together anymore. But Bill Belichick installed that dog in you, where we're going to play as a team. We're going to do it as a team way. And I think Tom Brady's taken a lot of that to Tampa Bay.
But I do think Patrick Mahomes is the reason Tom Brady left the AFC. I think he saw the crop of quarterbacks that was coming up in the AFC. I think he saw Mahomes, Allen, Lamar Jackson. After the season that he had in, 2018 or 2019? 2019.
I don't think he even thought about that.
I think he saw that the AFC was getting a lot more competitive and that the NFC was kind of wide open. You get past Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, and you pretty well have your shot. And
Drew Brees
at the time. Go to the NFC South. Drew Brees has probably only got 1 or 2 more seasons max. And once Drew Brees is out of the way, you're going to get a home game. You're going to get a home playoff game because you're going to win that division pretty easily. So I think that's why he went to the NFC South.
I don't think anybody could argue with you that Tom Brady's not a better quarterback right now. I mean, I can see someone in Kansas City saying that Mahomes is better, but I don't. And
I think over Patrick Mahomes' career, he could definitely, I mean, it's foreseeable that he could be a better quarterback over his entire career. And that's what I tried to parlay to this guy, but he's like, no, he's a better one. I'd take him right now. I said, well, 7-1. I don't know.
If you were a GM right now, you probably would take Patrick Mahomes because you've got a future. Tom Brady, let's be honest with you. Father Time's going to catch up eventually. It may be this year. It may be when he's 72 freaking years old. Who knows?
He's Benjamin Button.
But he's still – that game the other night, I watched him, and he don't look like a guy in his mid-40s out there playing quarterback.
No.
He was young and fire in his eyes, but he don't get hit much. He gets rid of the ball. They showed him 1.3 seconds or something to get rid of the ball. That's crazy.
His release has gotten faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a stat the other night. His release has gotten half a second faster from his first year in the NFL.
Tom Brady's biggest fear is when his daughters are dating his teammates because that's coming down the road if Brady's going.
Shit.
All right, let's get to the last pick.
Green Bay, this is my lock.
Yeah, well, I wonder why. There ought to be a rule against making this your lock.
Why?
We're playing Detroit in Green Bay.
That's going to be my lock every week. It's whoever plays Detroit.
I'm assuming you're taking Green Bay too.
No. Lions, Packers, 0-7. Aaron Rodgers retires this year. All my boys have been telling me the same thing. Packers 0-7. Aaron Rodgers retires. He's done. He's leaving. Know.
If this game goes like the last game, you might be right. But if he doesn't have a big bounce back game against Detroit, home opener Monday night, if he doesn't come out fired up and pissed off, ready to play, then I'll start panicking.
He didn't forget how to play football. He hadn't touched the football in a year. He didn't work out or do anything football related. He was trying to be on Jeopardy.
He was Hawaii.
He looks like he's stealing catalytic converters under cars as that meme floating around, but the guy can still play football.
We'll see.
New Orleans is a whole lot better football team than people thought they were going to be, especially defensively.
Yeah, I think when someone just starts growing out their hair and letting their facial hair grow, you just know something's going on upstairs or something that's different than what you used to be. And, I mean, the playoff beard and stuff is fine, like the hockey guys do that, but not in the off season. There's something going on upstairs that you got to be.
Yeah, when you get the man bun and the you lived under a bridge for the last 7 years, might have checked out.
Yeah, the man bun in 2021 is like, what's going on? It's been a while since the man bun was around, and now it's here again.
He's trying to bring it back.
He's not a team player. He wants to win, but he's all about himself, and I don't know. Maybe they would be better off with him leaving. Well, anyways, we thank you so much, Douglas, for being on here with you again. I've been appreciate it very much. Don't work too hard today. Looks like you're staying at home today.
Work
Yeah,
from
work
home,
from home,
COVID,
yeah.
baby. Gotta love it.
God bless you, my friend. Look forward to seeing you. Hope you come up and see us this winter.
All right, take care. Yeah, maybe November, late November, I might try.
You just
We'll
holler
talk,
at me,
but
bud.
yeah.
I'll
We'd
talk
love
to
to
you
see ya.
later. You have a good day.
All right.
See you, bud.
We'll
Bye.
see you. Bye.
If Rodgers does not come out and throw for 350 and 4 tutties, I'll be very nervous.
What if they just run the ball and he throws for 180 and 2 touchdowns?
That's not their offense.
They run the ball a lot.
That's not their offense. Another thing I heard, so since Sean Payton, since the Saints got displaced, Sean Payton got to figure out where to go. He got to pick the stadium. He picked Jacksonville because it's the hottest stadium that time of year, and it's the furthest that the Packer fans would have had to travel to make it there.
Well, I can tell you this much. New Orleans has a great defense.
They do.
A very, very good defense.
But there was a little bit of chess going on in where Peyton wanted to go.
They're another team that is going to cut an overpaid wide receiver after this year, I think.
Michael Thomas?
I think he's done, especially if they win without him.
Yeah.
I think he's Antonio Brown. I think he's got a lot of talent, and I don't know much about him, but he damn sure don't seem like he's a team player.
I looked up the marijuana policy, so evidently they just don't test in the off season.
So his trouble is just during the season.
Josh Gordon?
Yep.
I mean, if he can stay clean during the season, which I'm assuming he did under Belichick, I think it's when he gets all this alone time in the off season that he
So would you think he's
smokes a doob.
Was he addicted to marijuana, you think?
I think he likes the way it smells, probably.
Okay. I just was wondering, everybody says you can't be addicted to marijuana. Well, obviously the guy's lost a lot of money because of marijuana.
I don't know.
He could have been one of the greatest wide receivers, Hall of Famer.
Uh,
Tons of talent.
it's easy to say that.
Well, every time he comes back, he's productive.
Wasn't that last year in New England?
He was very, very, very good.
And that's what's crazy. Like, people say, well, if he just went to a place that's got a culture. Well, he went to New England. Like, there's the Patriot way. There's the Belichick way. If you can't stay clean under Belichick, like, I understand when you're in Cleveland and you're 0-16 every year, might want to smoke a joint every once in a while. You go to Belichick and you got a chance for a ring, and it's the Patriot.
That's what you work for your whole life.
Patriot way. Like, if you can't stay clean there, who are you going to stay clean for?
That's right. All right, let's get off here. We got another podcast to do. I like old Douglas. He's a good dude. We text back and forth a lot during football games.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Very good man. Thank y'all for listening. God bless y'all, and have a great day.
While you're at it, go check out all of our sponsors. If you need a piece of waterfowl equipment, we have a sponsor for you. We mentioned them earlier, Lucky Duck. Take care of your pooch. They got a lot of nice kennels out there. Good accessories to go with the kennel. Looking Glass Duck Club Podcast, Gundog Outdoors, Goose Creek Retrievers, Bangtail Whiskey, Eyesight Drone Service, Stanfield Hunting Outfitters, Dirty Duck Coffee, Boss Shot Shells, Dive Bomb Industries, Shin Gear Waiters, and Pacific Calls.